today we are here to have a conversation. This one we are going into the party side of things. So we have someone here who will be telling us about some party that we are about to have. Salam, we are welcome.
Thank you, Justice.
Vincent,
Yeah,
how be?
I'm good. I'm good.
Have you eaten?
What will you buy for me? I like to eat some wachibi from rocks.
Salam, thank you for coming for accepting our invitation. Okay.
Thank you guys.
This
for
guy,
the
if you
opportunity.
want to follow him, you will just have to talk and talk and talk. So can you please reintroduce Code and Cocktail to our audience?
Okay, I think I always say code and cocktail is a simple concept. Everybody else does conferences all year round, right?
Yeah.
We decided to be a unifier. So I think last time I was having a conversation with somebody, one of our sponsors actually, and we are trying to let him know that it's not that we are trying to build like a new community.
Okay.
Everybody's in silos. We have the developers, the digital marketers, salespeople, designers. We want to build a platform that brings everybody together, but then in this case, instead of a conference, fun, right? So underline, we want people to build meaningful relationships. As simple as that, but in a fun environment.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the other things are auxiliary, the party, the games, the other activities basically. But then the basic thing we wanted to do was to bring people together to build meaningful relationships. Repeat it annually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't we do it more frequently? You know, the developers are stressed every day, every week. Maybe you can do it every weekend so that we can chill.
Is it once a year or?
Yeah, I know. You remember last year we had a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you asked if it was going to be annual. We wish we could actually run it every quarter, but I'm sure if I send you the invoices for
sponsorship, yeah, that is when
for the third party services, that it takes a lot. I mean, it takes us a full year to actually. Last year it took us a full years of planning to actually have just an event of 6+ hours. So I think as the years go by, we are building a system to make things easier. I mean, if we get a solid event space, right, that will be available every quarter. Why not? We can actually run it. We are open to that.
Our developers are fighting bugs and production issues every week.
But come to think of it, even now that it is just once a year, we try our best to start selling tickets as early as somewhere March.
Yeah.
Just like last year, right?
Yeah.
But it's the GMT, the GMT thing. I like to call it GMT syndrome. The Ghana one.
Last minute.
Exactly. People will wait like last year. We have to sell more than 50% of the people that attended last year bought tickets at the gate. In as much as we don't have physical tickets, so people walk to the gates, then they pull out their phone, then they buy the tickets, they get a QR code, then they scan, then they enter.
Is it that people want to see how the event is going on before they buy, or?
Well, last year that was what we were thinking. I mean, it was a proof of concept, right? So, I mean, if you do the first one, then we are thinking now everybody knows that, I mean, solid, this is what we seek to achieve and all of that stuff. But trust me, it's this. I mean, I know people personally that, they DM me and tell me, oh, don't worry, I'll buy like on the day of event. But what, like the thing that, the difficulty that thing brings along is that planning becomes very difficult.
Yeah.
Like last year, we planned for 200 people. We had 500+ people when we checked the logs after the event.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's a lot.
No,
of
so
people.
it's super cool, but is it then the experience you want to, you have a number in mind that you want to like give the experience to. It becomes a bit challenging. So yeah, we would have wished people that will eventually come by as early as possible so that we can even close ticket sales and focus on like execution. But yeah, that's fine.
That's right. Speaking of last year, what are some of the experiences that people shared with you?
Okay, so we took feedback, right?
Yeah,
we took feedback.
I think so.
Right after the event, I sent that email out. So I think the feedback we got mostly did not have to do with the event itself. People were cool, but the main thing that's why this year I realized we changed venue. There was quite a number of complaints around venue. I didn't know a lot of people had cars like that. Like, you remember last year, everybody was coming in their own car and there was just no parking space. So,
Kweku, did you go with your car?
Benai.
So yeah, I think that was the major concern for most people. The space was nice. We both indoors and outdoors, but it was just not big enough.
Yeah.
So I mean, the way people wanted like the room for all of that stuff. So yeah, I think that was the major, I'll call complaint. But the rest of was super cool. Like, I think people didn't know we were going to run it annually. So most of the feedback was like, yeah, this should be something that happens as frequent as possible. Yeah, so I think the feedback was quite okay. Apart from the venue not being big enough, uh, everything else was just as we were expecting it to be. Yeah.
Speaking about the venue, right? How big is this current venue compared to how much do you think it can take? How many people?
I think we can easily do 1,000.
Okay.
Easily.
Okay.
Easily.
Sharp,
People
sharp.
that know Band or Beer Garden, it's opposite Aliba. People that know, they know that easily you can do 1,000. Because, again, it's outdoor, indoor, just like Jumbo. But it was a barn. BARN. People that know what a barn is like. So, very huge open space, right? Indoor.
We
So,
don't have some in Ghana.
yeah. Oh, no, there are a lot of barns in Ghana, actually.
Really?
Yeah. But this one is in Ghana.
No.
Yeah, he's speaking as if
When,
he's
when
on
we are,
mass.
no. When we are speaking of bands, right? My concept is that American farm band.
Same
kind of-
thing.
Really?
Yeah, a few bands are in Ghana, if not many.
I'm in for the experience.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
in for the
crap boy, that's
experience.
why. You know.
So talking about your last year, you said you took some data, right?
Yeah.
Looking at the people who attended the event, where were they coming from? Which area? Like, are they software engineers, designers, or which aspect of people came there last year?
You know, last year was beautiful, right? Because of our partnership with MEST.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had these almost 60 people from different parts of sub-Saharan Africa. We even had somebody from Morocco.
Yeah.
Like, wild, right?
Yeah.
Then Sudan, Kenya, Congo. I mean, I think when we were checking, more than 20 plus countries were actually represented last year. We had somebody from Spain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's how
This
like
huge.
out
This
of
huge.
the
This
continent.
huge. I never
actually.
knew that.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, thanks to MEST, props to MEST, we had I like to call it a melting pot of like different people. Kind of, it brought a cosmopolitan vibe to the whole event, right? Yeah, and we expect the same thing to happen this year. I mean, you get to network and build relationship with people that transcend beyond our sub-region, like Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, people outside our sub-region. Cool for me because I for one made a friend from Morocco. That's something
that's
I look
nice,
forward
that's
to.
nice.
Yeah.
Speaking about last year we were there and we witnessed some of the things that went on, like FIFA, Spa, Ludo,
the snooker and our friend
Uno, snooker, and all those things. What is going to be different from last year's only?
Well, thank God for partnerships, right? So we Game SI our sponsors this year.
Okay.
So you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
So this year gonna proper esports tournaments. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've been talking with them, and so this year proper competition.
Okay.
And yeah, we will definitely give away. You know, you can't win something and just go home just like that. So it's going to be competitive this year, especially at the gaming side. And just to say this, we are actually working on a quiz that will be slapping on a subdomain quiz.codeandcocktails.live,
Okay.
and it has a leaderboard. So it should go live. Worst case scenario mid October. Best case scenario somewhere next week. Right. Back end is done. The boys are here to share the swagger endpoints so that the front end guy can
Okay.
actually consume it. When that is done, then it will go up. So we plan on giving I don't call it award. I don't think that sounds good. Like
Like merchandise.
Prizes or-
it could be anything. Money, it could be money. It could be. But we will give out for the people that the top 3 people on the leaderboard. That is position 1, 2, 3. We will give out something.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
So would the game be? People will start playing the game.
Yeah,
before the
that's
event?
it's not a game, it's a quiz. Just so we
Okay.
have this quiz that we've created questions around the startup and tech ecosystem across our sub-region, or basically sub-Saharan. So probably a question like which year was Paystack founded could be one of the questions. I'm
Okay.
not saying I'm not the one that said
Apple to
the,
our
Apple,
viewers.
Apple.
no, I'm
Apple
not
to
the one
our
that said the
viewers.
question.
Apple.
But I think the question about 1,000. So it's going to be randomized. You don't answer. It's only 10 for the first round. So imagine how many do the combination. 1,000 10 out of that. It could be like just like
Okay. I think there is a clue outside. Go out to the code and cocktail. Is it X space? Your X handle. There is a quiz there that they are asking words of for people to select words.
oh,
or
you
something
saw the
like that.
puzzle. Oh,
So
no,
you
Why
can
did
go
you
and
give
check
it
it out and see if you can be able to solve some things out of there, because most of the words will be coming out from there. Per my prediction.
Oh yeah, but honestly, most of them will be around Sub-Saharan, the startup culture, the tech space. We are not trying to make it difficult.
Yeah, because what you just said brought my mind there that some of the things were FitCon, design, those kind of things, and I was like, oh, okay, that's how. So organization wise, how was organization last year? Like, how take us through some of the process. Was it tough or?
Oh, okay. So you know that thing I said that two heads
Yes,
are better than one, right?
Yeah.
Two bets are actually better than one. Too,
That's
so.
very right. Most people don't know that Code and Cocktails transcends beyond me. I try to push. You always hear me say we.
Yeah.
I think Ralph, CD Rates guy, was asking me the last time, why do I always say we? Because yeah, of course it's we.
Yeah.
I think there are about 10 to 11 people that facilitate this whole thing. It's just that everything needs somebody to, I mean, like,
Front, yeah.
kind of like a front. That is what it looks like. I'm always the one. No, like,
Yeah.
like a lot
Last
of
year
people.
when I got to the video, that I realized that
Yeah,
no,
there's Benefo was very instrumental last year. Unfortunately, he's now in the States. He's doing his masters in computer science.
It's fortunate.
So it's unfortunately.
it's fortunate Ghana is fortunate.
It's actually
Farhan
fortunate. Let's.
have to move up like logistics. Farhan, I'm sure you saw that car last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to move all the things around. Then there's
Okay.
Ameske doing video. Then there's Kletus doing graphics. There's Yaoche. There's
One guy is
Zion.
One guy is owing me data.
Which of them?
I don't know his name.
Reginald.
He's owing me data.
Boche
Last year he
too.
didn't provide us with data. So this year, I beg, I'll take last year's one and this year's one
You
combined.
don't know the person. You don't know.
I know his face.
Oh, okay.
I can
Praise
identify you.
not-
I'll put your
praise
picture
not
in the
Boche.
video.
Pray is not Boche or Benefoko. Both of them are in the States.
No, he's in Ghana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
He's in
is
Ga-
in Ghana.
yeah. Oh, I'll place his picture in the video.
And there's
So
Gloria.
Anytime when you are editing,
I think
please
the
add
only
picture.
female we have with us, Gloria.
Oh, okay.
There's Gloria. There's Zion. There's Chloe. I don't
It
want
might be
to-
Zion. Yeah, Zion. Zion might be the name.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
he's still in Ghana. I know.
Zion is Conlan. Oh.
He is
Conlan.
gone.
Conlan is Zion.
Ah,
So,
I don't think so.
just
I
to
don't
best
think
your
so. I
bubble.
don't
If-
think so.
No. Let
Okay.
him wait.
So
I'll
yeah,
surely
I'm just
catch
trying to paint a picture that quite a number of people. So yeah, it really helped the organization. You know when you divide and conquer, right? So we break it down. Somebody does that. Somebody does that.
yeah.
That's why I can comfortably tell you here that the game will be up in 2 weeks because it's not one person that's actually handling the whole thing, right? So yeah, Code and Cocktail is a team effort.
Okay.
Yeah.
And looking at the sponsorship, how was it like for you last year? Did you get enough sponsors or?
Well, it asks every event organizer and they can never get enough sponsors, right? But yeah, you have to give honor to who honor is due. Paystack made a commitment to sponsor Code and Cocktails when we had only a wait list.
Okay.
Like props to them. I think after the event, I always say that I'll forever be indebted to Paystack, Jumbo Spaces, and Kari.
Okay.
Kari came in very late, but then yeah, they actually helped to make this better. So Paystack, Kari, Jumbo Spaces, yeah,
And
very instrumental in making
Tech is part
last
of it.
year happen. Mr. Meister was so instrumental last year. We just had a simple meeting with him and everything was said. He showed us people like the mad mappers, the guys that did the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just gave us. I just have to make
Because
a call. and-
last year,
yeah,
it was my imagination because when I got there and I saw the setup and everything, that wasn't what I pictured in my mind. But when I got there, everything changed. And
so yeah, props to Mr. Meister on that. We were kind of like considering if we should do the screen or not, but he was like, why not just go all out? So we took his advice and I think it worked out. So yeah, as I said, that's why I like saying, you know, after the event, I wrote an article. You didn't read it. You would have. I basically detailed how the whole thing went, like the blueprint,
okay.
the meetings. So we used to have meetings from every last Saturday of the month, every single month from January to November last year.
wow.
So we report. It's like
That's
we are
consistency.
managing a project. So on that, it happens on the last Saturday of every month, and we do it this year as well. So we go there, and everybody report. This is what I've been doing so far. This is the result. This is what to expect. So yeah, we keep. There's a sheet. We track everything.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. So it's not like we are just shooting blanks. It's intentional. Like we make. I can show you the sheet that contains all the sponsors I reached out. Last year I sent about 200 plus emails.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
For
So,
sponsors.
wow. And we got only 3. So it gives you an idea of It takes a lot. I'm not even
Is it
going
that
to lie.
people don't understand what you are doing, or is just that they are not ready to sponsor? Because when it comes to sponsorship in this country, like it's very very hard for people. Not only pertaining to code and culture, I've witnessed decline of sponsors in most of the events that were organized this year in the country. Why is that happening?
Well, it's due to quite a number of factors. I think it's the way our people, when I say our people, I'm a Ghanaian, right? Ghanaian companies look at ROI, return on investment. That's what I mean by ROI. Our companies in Ghana are not community centered. I think, I might be dragged for this, but Charlie, somebody have to say
Say
it.
it.
Our people are not community centered, so they want marketing spend today. Like if they spend today, tomorrow
want
they have to
Okay.
exactly
See results.
like see result before they are willing to spend. But I see marketing the way I see is like a domino effect. You spend along the line. You don't know where that's one thing I think Paystack gets very right.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention companies, but I go to different companies and I see developers having Paystack stickers on their laptops, and they don't even have their company stickers on their laptop because most of our companies don't even consider paraphernalia or merchandise a thing of marketing.
Yeah.
But basically, if you print shirts and we are basically just putting your brand out there, right? And stickers and all of that stuff. So our people don't understand the community spend, so they be like, I don't get any direct ROI from this event. Why should I put money into this for visibility and all of that stuff? You get the whole point. So I think that's one of the issues. The other one, I'll have to pin it on the marketing department. Our marketing department, same around, they don't enjoy spending around community event, and everybody wants to put money into known event, which makes sense. I mean, if you know, there's a definite, you can be so sure that this number of people will show up. So last year, I might say I was not expecting a lot of sponsors because it's a proof of concept. So if I was the marketing guy, so I might have, doubt. Can these guys actually do what they are promising they will do? But then here's the twist. Last year, yeah, we were willing to do it ourselves because we feel like, okay, if you're able to show that this is possible, then it will be much more easier to get people on board this year. That was a big lie.
So this year,
How many sponsors?
That was a very big lie.
Still the same number of sponsors.
Say which number? We've not even.
wow.
Yeah, that was a very big lie. It takes more to get sponsorship than just the proof that you can actually make something happen. You need people to know you. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of people that know us.
So is it that the packages that you are giving out is so huge for them, or too huge for them to sponsor, or they are not just willing to sponsor?
We have 4 different packages.
Okay.
Because I see myself as somebody like, I build stuff, so this is an event that I would, if I'm not the one organizing, I could willingly put money into, because I'm for all communities. So we had the first package we have, or last, depending on which order you consider them, like the bronze package, is so low an individual can do it, sponsor if they wish to sponsor.
Can you share with us the sponsorship
Yeah,
packages?
willingly, because it's a PDF that we share across. So it's not like we are not hiding stuff. The bronze is 8,000. Then we have silver. I'm not going to lie, I can't remember. But then platinum is 35,000, which is the highest. So it's a range between 8,000 and 35,000.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm a company, I have 2,000, but I want to be part of this. Can you be able to sponsor with that amount to be able to be part of the event?
We will onboard you as a partner. We had that last year.
Okay.
Some of the partners you saw last year wanted to sponsor, but when they didn't, meet, we had conversations and then we onboarded them as partners.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So it's not like we are.
Because the reason why I'm asking this question is most of these startups have a very low funds to be able to sponsor this event, but they want their company to be heard out there, and maybe they have little fund to. You know how much they pay their developers or something like that.
That's why we are running the survey.
Easy.
We don't know. That is why we are running the ecosystem.
Some of
survey.
them pay very low to the extent that.
Yeah, so we don't know about that. That's why I was talking about the ecosystem survey, right?
Okay.
So we launched a survey because we want to map out the working conditions in this country.
Okay.
There have to be a single source of truth. That gives an overview of how our industry is. Not only about the money, but I said working. That's why I said working condition. Money is part, very much important. Salary, but the tools, we work from home, hybrid, the companies, are people working for Ghanaian companies? Are they working for companies outside of Ghana? So yeah, we learned that, and I mean, all things being equal, I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
Currently, we have 136 people being generous enough to actually contribute to the survey, and it's anonymous.
Okay.
We don't know who is who, or like we are
Okay.
not tracking who you are, right? And we, as I said, we are going to make the data open source.
Okay.
We will publish our own insights, God willingly, early January.
Okay.
So we'll call it Ecosystem Tech Survey 2024. Then everybody can know how 2024, like kind of like how it went for. It's not only on developers. I think most of the time when we are talking about the tech value chain for work, people that work in tech, we focus heavily on engineering, which is not a bad thing. But sales and marketing, very, very much important. Nobody sells, nobody get paid. Your sales people don't sell whatever you guys are putting, nobody get paid. So we are focusing on three tangents: engineering, products involving product managers, product designers, anybody working on the product line, then sales and marketing. So digital marketers, sales people, and all of those people. So yeah, we are hoping we get enough data. I personally is hoping that we can get as much as 1,000 responses, so that we can have some concrete data to show how our ecosystem looks like.
Please do one and fill this survey.
So just to stay on the topic of the survey for a bit more, is it targeted to developers or employees only, or there is targets to companies or startups to also provide some information to kind of help balance it out, right? Maybe they can tell you exactly maybe how much they are paying in salaries, maybe the tools they provide, and maybe why they do provide those tools, right? And not any other tool. Is there some targeted at companies as well?
Well, for now, no, because from experience, it's easier to get individuals, because we are going to do companies, then we can't do it anonymously. Companies will have to own up. Like, we can't do company and do anonymous.
That's for sure.
You get the whole point. So it becomes a matter of, are companies really willing to actually put data out there? Even in companies, you don't know how much your friend is paid. That's between your friend and the contract they got. So that becomes a very tricky. I'm not saying it's impossible, but we just don't see companies being willing to actually even contribute to that data. Because how many job postings have you seen in Ghana that I'm speaking specifically to Ghana, that you've seen like the amounts that you are going to be paid?
Salary range.
No.
Hardly maybe one out of 6.
No, I think you have been too generous. 1 out of 100. No, a quick search on LinkedIn will let you know what I'm talking about.
Probably the ones I see usually are posters and they usually give range. That's what I'm saying, 1 out of 6.
Even MTN don't give range.
Yeah, even when
on LinkedIn.
Look, one thing that I find difficult is when I see people looking for employees and they don't put the salary range. They will ask you to apply. When you ask them how much are you willing to pay, they will put the stacks that they want over there. But when the moment you ask how much are you going to pay, then they get offended about that.
About the question.
No, I'm just telling you. I think there's no how do you call it? There's no. It's not open. We don't have open salary conversations around salary in this country, or let me say our sub-region. Because I've seen job postings from Nigeria as well, not only Ghana. Hardly do you ever see, but Nigeria, I think they are doing better than us. Because for Nigeria, the 1 in 6, I might go for Nigeria. But Ghana, 1 out of 100. No, like, let's have honest conversations. Companies don't add remunerations, right? Salary, what?
They'll just say attractive.
It's a few companies that even list benefits. Not all of them. We
as
are
for
not
benefits,
used to the culture.
Benefit, they don't list it at all.
We are not used to the culture of putting out there this row and this is how much we are going to pay. Not even a range. It's salary is always they have a name for it. Competitive.
Competitive.
We give you a competitive salary. And you see HR will be asking you what were you earning from your last role before they decide how much to pay you. But then we are not here for that conversation. But we just have to sit down. That is why this survey is very much important, right? Since generally nobody knows what their colleague earns, because your company structure does not allow for that conversation. This survey is going to give like an overview, right? We are going to open source the data, so your company HR will also have access to, if they so want to. It gives an idea, right, of how people are faring, because you have engineering and the skill set and all of that stuff. So this is something that I'm really much interested in this. Maybe even more than the event itself. Like, I'm being very honest with you. I'm looking forward to this, that when we are done with this year, we'll take our time and get some proper insights, and we'll not make it like in a report format. It will be HTML, so you can go and interact with the data yourself,
Data.
like all of that stuff. And we'll open sources so that if there are other people that can do better, insights. There's always you can always have better when it comes to data, right? So that people can find meanings into the data, so that we can share that everybody is in the know of how working conditions are in our country. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, thank you for the
Thank
for
you.
the insights
I'll be-
onto the into your survey, because it was really helpful, and I think as a country we should be able to kind of improve the working conditions of our people. So yeah, thank you.
And I have one appeal to make. Yeah, forgive me, I have to say this for the how they call it, the survey we are currently running. We have 136 responses. 16 are females.
That's too low.
I don't want to believe that the ratio in Ghana for tech workers is 136 is to 16. I really don't want to believe. So I want to put it out there that I know a few female developers, quite a number, and people in product. The data is anonymous. We can't pin it to you that please contribute to this data, so that because the disparity is like disheartening for me already. Like I'm looking at it like yo, and I had mates in the university that way we did computer science, so
They are selling clothes.
I don't want to believe that such is happening. So please, I'm just appealing that let's contribute to the data, especially our females. Right? It's anonymous. Nobody's going to hold anything against you. And share with your female friends as well that and your workplaces, please.
Yeah.
Sure.
We
We'll
also-
get the link and then share with the audience.
Yeah, we also share with our audience.
Yeah.
One question too is that the sales of tickets, right? Last year it was 100 cities, but this year I've realized that there is a change of the money.
The
also.
price, yeah.
What did last year include, and what is this year include that make that change come in between?
Or is the economy?
Well, again, it's quite a number of factors. When I don't know if you paid attention when we launched this year, it was the same price.
Yeah,
Ralph, I don't know if you remember.
yeah,
Same price.
yeah,
But then we got a bigger venue,
yeah.
right? Then we have better experiences planned. Same experiences, and we are actually adding on more, right?
And so, yeah.
And economy, as you said, let's be honest with ourselves.
Dollar is 60.
Exactly. And nothing is being produced in this country. So when we started getting the third party invoices, we also get third party people to bring services on board, right?
Okay.
We just realized that 100 cities will not give the experience you want to give.
Okay.
Because see, when we started pricing code and cocktails, we priced 100 cities. That was very,
With
I
a
mean,
10% discount.
yeah, to almost paying, and it was quite quote unquote cheap, depending on who is buying. Because I imagine myself in the university, my university days, right? This event is to actually help people connect with industry people. Last year we had James being around, and a few people that are doing well for themselves in the tech industry. That's one of the reasons why we don't give tax at code and cocktails. I think somebody in the feedback, somebody asked, why don't we give tax so that I can know this person works here? We are not here to play status games or whatever. The whole idea is that you should be able to approach people that normally like when you go to a conference, you will not be able to, because of their status, access to them is difficult, right? That's what we are trying to democratize and break that kind of barrier, right? So we expect students to actually come around. That's our pricing. We focus on our pricing to make sure that it's something that is affordable. I met a guy at the GDG event.
Yeah.
Then he was like, it's too expensive. Then I asked him, how many months more do we have left? Then he said 2 months. Then he himself was like, yeah, it's 2 months. If I save, let's say 50 cities every weekend, every weekend, I should be able to purchase people. Then he didn't ask me any question again. Like you get what I'm trying to say. So if people really want to show up, and if we are being honest with ourselves, and then your first cocktail is on us, and we all know how much a cocktail costs, then
That's what I
Yes.
wanted to ask.
Then-
What does a ticket include?
yeah, your first cocktail is on us.
Okay.
Whether it's alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Then the games you'll be playing, the whole experience itself, right? There are a list of activities we listed on our website. The reason why I'm not talking about activities is because it's general knowledge, number one. Number two, we keep adding and editing to make it better,
Okay.
right? So by the time the day is here, we might even have more than is listed there.
So last year too, I noticed one thing. You allowed some of the partnerships to come and talk about their products, and I realized a lot of people didn't pay attention to that aspect
Yeah.
when the partners were pitching their product.
They were chilling.
Yes. What will you do different for someone who is coming to sponsor the event for the person to also be heard, so that it shouldn't be like a way where someone is, because like you said, Ghanaian want quick return on their investment.
So that was a challenge for us because I was putting myself in the shoes of a sponsor as well. Let's be quite honest. People who invest, they need a return on investment. So aside the visibility and the publicity, all of that time, that stuff is only good enough if they have an opportunity to talk about their product. And we did that last year because we wanted to give opportunity to people building the ecosystem to have a place to showcase their ideas. So we came up with two solutions to that because we have feedback on that as well. If they are going to speak, the people were not everybody was in early. The idea last year was that we do everything talking before we start partying. But then people came in late. But the mess was there on time. That's why I say it's the Ghana man syndrome. Those mess guys are not from Ghana. So you see they were respecting time. But the normal Ghanaian, of course, we came in late. But then we needed people to be around before they can talk. So we are going to profile them video. Thank God you guys to come around. So we have like short interviews that we could actually, we always send out mails and all of this after the event, right? And then put it out there. So that they don't get to speak whilst the event is going on. But then there's a but. If we have enough people coming in this time, because let's just assume Ghana man syndrome is no more thing this year, then they'll get to do live. But aside that one, we'll still give them opportunity. We will do like a short video contents for them that we can post on the socials to talk about their, they're involved. That's one thing we missed out last year. It's true. To make that improvement this year.
Awesome. Kuku, look sharp and sponsor so that
we are partners on board. So is there any free things for us this year? Discounts for us?
We will not talk about this year. You guys are like family, like.
Gang.
I'm not saying this because we are on. How they call it? We are on a video or whatever. The sentiment I share about you might not get a full picture, but like do you know what it takes for somebody to be fully vested in something you're doing when there's no proof? Like you don't have anything to show. The person is just taking your word for it. That's what you guys did with that last year. You took our word for it. We don't. You see, right now there's something somebody can point to that. Oh yeah, they did it last year. They can do it again. Last year there's nothing like they did it last year. But you guys happily gave us the platform and like you have no idea. Like I personally see. I know we billionaire. That's why you can't really everything has to be money, right? That's why you can't really see like how I feel about this thing. Like I'm super appreciative for everything you guys did last year. So yeah, definitely you pass. I mean, it's a special conversation. So
we want like sponsor. I mean what I mean was this was like are there any
discount codes for our audience?
You guys have a discount code, right?
Okay.
Yeah, every partner we actually have. Normally our partners are people in communities, right? I was having a conversation with ALX. ALX have a broad community, right? They could actually bring some nice diversity. Because what we realized last year was that we saw so many familiar faces as well. Like people we already know, people that
keep attending.
Exactly. We didn't have quite a number of new entrants, but we are hoping to change that this way, and we are hoping ALS and MEST can help with that. MEST have a new program, partner with Generation. So I have plans of approaching them and see how best we can actually get them to be involved. So yeah, there's discount codes out there. They share with their communities, and we'll keep partnering with people as the months go by, so that we can get as many as we can to come to Code and Cocktails, and people build meaningful relationships. And from there, you know what a success story would be like to us. I said it last year, and I'm saying the same thing. We envision like five years, a decade from now, and people building amazing stuff, serving our communities, and sustainable businesses. And the stories like I met my co-founder at Code and Cocktails. To me, basically, I will be a fulfilled human being if a story like that pops up.
Very soon you hear it.
I hope so.
I think people are working on that.
I hope so. That's like a success story for us to hear that people build amazing stuff. It does not matter what they build, but they build something that's helping solve real life problem in our region, our sub-region or sub-Saharan Africa, or even
globally.
and then they get to meet each other because code and cocktails facilitated that. So that would be really, really like good.
Also,
Yeah. Also, do you have anything?
we can't go. We can't do this without talking about food now. We need the food, the drinks, the cocktails. What kind of different cocktails are we
So,
coming to
for-
experience?
I think to give you a tip of the iceberg, feel free and just Google Band Up Beer Garden. For people that go out quite often, it's a place they know already. They call it beer garden because they create beers. You understand?
Okay.
They create like as in, you see how Google aggregates results. They aggregate beers.
Yeah.
So like every beer you can think of, they have some. That's what they call them beer garden. And they have a chef, like chef created. So for all these people that are, the rich ballers, fine dining and all of that. I think they have stuff for everybody. Yeah, so that's one thing. I think last year we didn't get to have food, but this year, yeah, there's food.
There's food. Yes.
There's all kinds of food, like all kinds of food.
Everything you need.
And as I said earlier, your first cocktail, we
So-
are paying for it. So at least if we.
Please, you owe me two. Last year I didn't get my cocktail.
Okay, so last year what we realized that later we heard that some people didn't know that the cocktail was free.
Yeah, I didn't get it. So someone
Oh
will have
no,
to.
that's
Is it one of the
that's
guys from your team have to buy me
Oh,
a drink? Yeah, so
okay.
you owe me two.
don't worry.
this
That this year we'll give out cheats. You see, last year we're not. Again, I told you we're not expecting that number.
Yes.
So we're thinking, the number is not high. So anybody, you could just walk, and then because the number is not high, they know you've
recognize,
taken it
yeah.
already. It's easy to. But the number became high,
Hi, yeah.
and some people go more than one, and some didn't get any at all.
Yeah.
So we have plans this year. We're going to give you cheats,
Okay.
like a small chip,
Yeah.
like that. When you are going to take your cocktail, you submit it, and
Yeah,
then they
they
give you.
take it.
So if you don't even want it, you can give yours to someone, and they will take two. Or
Okay.
you get a weapon. So everything will be much more organized this time around. Because
Someone
then
give
now
me
we
a-
know that we can easily pull 1,000.
Yeah.
So we are going to, even though 1,000 are yet to buy tickets, we are going to prepare for 1,000 just in
Yeah.
case, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Prepare
speak-
for the.
Speaking
the
about tickets, right? How is the response like now?
Oh, it's cool. Just like last year, people are buying tickets. I'm not going to lie about that,
Okay.
and I'm happy because people are buying group tickets.
Yes.
Because it has to be. What's fun if your people are not around, right?
Hang around,
So
yeah.
honestly, we are selling more group ticket than individual ticket,
Wow.
for which me I'm happy for, because fun without your people there is not really fun. Slightly techie, right?
Yeah.
All of them are coming, like all of them. One person bought tickets for all of
For
them.
everyone.
Wow, I don't want to mention his name. Like yo, like big ups. Like one person bought ticket for
Wow.
The whole team.
yeah.
He has
Bring
that
it-
one.
yeah.
He has that one. I know
Yeah.
him. I know him.
Yeah, so I don't
Great
know
guy,
if
like super great guy.
Yeah.
I want to be like him when I grow up.
I beg.
Like
we are all going to be like them.
I need a discount from you. Okay, buy some so that I can share for my people.
great guy. So yeah, that's what we look forward to, right? We look forward to. We're hoping other communities will step up as well. Like
We will try our best. We too will try our best and see if we
so
can.
we might actually even feature Slightly Take It as a partner. That's
Oh,
if they want, because
okay.
they've done more than enough to
Yeah.
be partners.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So what
I mean-
are the group tickets, like the gang ticket? I think I checked for one and it's 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So what are the ticket sizes? The size of teams I can bring along? Should I buy like 3, 5
No,
if I'm bringing?
So we have 3 of the group tickets. We have 3, 5, and 10. And
Okay.
this one thing people don't know: when you buy group ticket, automatically you
It's
get
cheap.
20% off.
Yeah.
Like it's not even up for bargain because we want people to buy in groups. So if you notice, if you go to buy a group ticket, we deactivate the promo code section because you
Oh,
already
okay.
have a
yeah, using
Yeah.
the promo.
you have promo that
Okay.
is by default, right? So I know some people will be like, why is my promo code not working for group? But yeah, that's the point, because you are buying group, we've given you 20% off already, straight off. Because we would rather want people to come in groups. 'Cause if I was not the one organizing Code and Cocktail, again, I'm organizing with my friends. So I promise you, I would have been coming with my people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we envision something like that. It's the group tickets are, yeah.
Okay.
As the conversation is getting interest, the time is also going, so we might be bringing it to an end, and maybe later we will short more of, and we'll be showing you more of the videos from the previous edition of Code and Cocktail. So Salem, tell them something for us before we will log out.
Yeah, so for Code and Cocktails, I know for most people, we want to be known as Tech Party of the Year, but then, as I said, it transcends beyond the party.
Yeah.
Think of it as, for Code and Cocktails, you'll be the one to determine what you get out of Code and Cocktails. We'll bring people together, but if you come out and you are not, the activities are to facilitate the networking. Because we know if you allow people to just network, naturally some people won't just want to talk to people. So we are building. Last year we did some hands game.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
forces you to talk to other people. We are reimagining that so that we can make it very interactive. So that even if we decide not to talk to anybody, if you are involved in one or two activities, you wouldn't have a choice but to interact with somebody before you leave Code and Cocktails. So yeah, as you are coming to Code and Cocktails, for those that have bought tickets already, prepare to actually interact with people as well. If you have prototypes of ideas that you've built, I mean, if I'm somebody building something, I come to Code and Cocktails, I'm coming there to sell. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah.
And there's one last thing I want to say before we leave. Everybody's a salesman. You can agree or disagree with me, but everybody's a salesman. If you are not selling a product, you are selling a skill. You are selling yourself. At Code and Cocktails, recruiters, last year there were a lot of recruiters, but people didn't even know they were recruiters. Tech recruiters are coming around, entrepreneurs are coming around, business owners are coming around. People want stuff to be done for them are coming around. So whatever you do, developer, designer, whatever you do, if I'm you, I will prepare a link that is easy to share, that I can tell you the ecosystem survey link, bit.ly tech survey 24. I will get everything in order so that it can be easy for me to share myself or put myself out there for people that will want to collaborate or pay for my services. So take advantage of this and come and make friends and build meaningful relationships. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Take advantage of this there. Visa, do you have anything for them?
I'm looking forward to Gamers Hive. I mean, we had an episode on games, right? So maybe I'm looking forward to having an interaction and then, meeting some gamers. So
yeah, before we go, it won't be fair not to talk about the sponsor. So we have a sponsor called We Dey Manage.
Okay.
We Dey Manage Academy. So what they basically do is they train people that are upcoming that show potential for leadership, right? To become mid-level managers and eventually people that will be leading companies of the future. Okay. Right? It's currently not a paid academy, and the recruitment you don't have control over it. They decide who to recruit because they are not forcing you to pay. But then I think at the event they will get to actually talk more about, the whole concept. Okay. I think it's something for people that one day see themselves as people that will be in management positions. They are trying to build a pipeline where they could actually recommend for business in schools and all of that stuff. Yeah. The founder will be coming around for Code and Cocktails. They sponsored this. They are looking forward to it. They can't wait to meet people in tech and how they can help build the leaders of the future. So again, that's one of the opportunities you don't want to miss, right?
Yeah, one candidate is Kweku, so we are looking forward to see you at We Dey Manage.
I'll be there, but the whole team will be there. So I'm looking forward to see all of you there. Please purchase a ticket. Use our promo code, and you will get a free 10% discount. As they said, no group, no promo code or group, so you can use the
20%
off by default.
So thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all our social media handles. The link to purchasing a ticket will be under the description for you. Peace.